Good there. And hello, Megan. Just saw you too. All right, y'all. I'm really excited about this. We're going to go over all kinds of marketing that, as it says in the title, monetize your passion, right? You should have received a workbook in the group if you were able to download that. But if you weren't able to, that's completely okay. Just grab some paper. And I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone as well. But to start out, my name is Jacqueline, and I am a stay-at-home mom at the time, and I have a total of 5 kids. Had you told me that years ago, I would have been like, you're shitting me. They're not all mine. I inherited 3 from my husband, and they are wonderful, but I have 2 of my own. I live out in Mississippi. I'm just, as you can tell, a little country bumpkin, just a little, it's just how I am. I was born here. I went a lot when I was a child, but the most pivoting move was when I was 16 and I moved to New York. It opened my eyes completely to a different world. Because if you live in the Bible Belt, then you know that it's very, I mean, I'm all about, I love my God, I love my church, I love my Jesus. But it's just very, it's a little box. And so when I got to New York, it blew my mind, and it made me realize that the world is like at your fingertips and you can literally do anything. I've seen people rise from absolutely nothing. And so anyway, that started my my passion for internet and stuff, because I remember the days when we had dial-up and I was like, oh shoot, y'all, I'm the cool kid on the block, I have dial-up. And ever since then I've kind of been obsessed and wanted to find ways to make money. As a single mom, I've always found a way to make ends meet, and a lot of it has been through the internet. A lot of it has been through the internet. And I've spent a lot of money. I've wasted a lot of money. I have done all the wrong things, okay? But here's the thing, is that it's all at your fingertips. Google became my best friend. YouTube became my best friend, okay? And I've invested in courses. I currently have a business coach of my own. She's not cheap. That was a scary leap. But the idea for these classes is to help you avoid mistakes and to maybe give you that one little idea, that one little spark. We're going to see. May just be the lens. Sorry, y'all, for that. People on the replay are probably like, this thing is crazy. But this could be the class that gives you that one little golden nugget you were waiting for that you didn't even know existed. And what I want to teach everyone is, by the end of this, that you can take one idea, one passion, one whatever it is that enters your mind, and you're like, oh my God, that would make such a cool thing, or such a cool product, or like it's just an amazing, download that came to me. Take that one thing, but put it into different areas of the world, which is the internet, so that it can be working for you, and so that you can monetize it like in a smart way that's not going to drain you, and so that it can, if you want to, create passive income, and so that you can take that one idea or that one piece of content and actually utilize it in several different ways. Like you take that one idea and turn it into a video, into a blog post, into a podcast episode, into, like, I could go on and on. We're working too hard. You get burnout in your business. You get burnout in life. Like you give up on online working for a little bit, and then you'll come back to it because you see success results from somebody else, from whoever, and you're like, oh, why can't I do it? And it's usually just because you haven't figured out that one little detail yet. So I put together a little presentation for everybody. Let me pull it up. So y'all get your pens and pencils ready. Hopefully I figured this out. Last time I did it, it was not beautiful. Melissa gave me some pointers. And since then, I think I've got it. All right, so everybody can see my screen? Yes. Beautiful. Okay. I'm trying to just get it to where it says just me. There we go. We're going to move her down here. Can everybody see me as well? Let's hope so. Text me if you can. All right. So as everybody is wanting to know, like, how do you monetize your passion? Because when I was growing up, especially whenever it came to like music or art or something like that, I always heard from the folks, like the grown folks, like you got to keep your day job. Like, sorry, you just can't do it. You can't make it happen. It's not going to work. Stick to your day job, and like your passion's your passion. And I just knew like that was garbage. If you know you're good at something and you have a burning desire from it, I fully believe that you can make an income and a comfortable income by doing so. You just have to know how to leverage it. So welcome. If you're here, odds are you're one of these four. I tried to narrow it down, and I'd like to know actually which one of the four you are. You are either 1, 2, or 3, or 4. You either want to start a business and are an aspiring entrepreneur. Miss Claudia mentioned that. She is, she just feels like there's more. She's going to school, she's doing all the right things, but she has her own ideas and her own passions, and she just maybe feels like it feels like something's like not there. Like you don't feel whole sometimes whenever you feel like something's missing and like you can do more with your life. I firmly believe that passions are planted for a reason, and you're supposed to act on them, especially if you're good at them, right? So you either want to start a business and you're new at this, aspiring, or you're 2, you have a business, but you feel stuck in it. I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but it happens. You can't get leads. You don't understand why your content's not converting. Like, I just don't understand. I see everybody else doing it, but I feel stuck, or there's some area that you're stuck in. Or number 3, you like learning new tricks. Maybe you have a business, you're doing well, you're making some good money, and you just want to learn new things, feel up to date, get up, current with everything. Because that's the thing, is the internet is like, social media is constantly changing. Everybody knows and hates the algorithm, right? Like it hurts your brain to try to stop and think about it. So when you find out about new ways to get yourself out there as an entrepreneur, it's kind of exciting. Or number 4, you want to learn how to create multiple streams of income based on like one passion or one business idea, one product. I know we have a photographer in here, and she has started selling her prints. She's printing them out on canvases and things of that nature, but hasn't figured out how to kind of have it on autopilot, so that she comes in and it's all ready to be like, she knows her orders are there and it's Monday, she can print them out and go about her week, right? So if you have a business right now and you're just trying to figure out how to make more money, you may be number 4. So curious what everybody is. All right, first off, super important question is like, what are you even passionate about? If you'll look in your notebooks, in the ones I created for you, you look, let me find mine, and there is a section asking like, what are you passionate about? And when you see that, sometimes it's, you think you know what you're passionate about, but you're not completely sure. You're like, well, I think I like helping people, but like, I also like baking cookies. I don't know. Like, you enjoy things. And like for me, I love singing. I love writing music. I love performing. It literally, it lights me up. Okay. But I don't know that I want to play shows for the rest of my life. I don't like the fact that, I play around a lot of drunk people. And there's a lot of dudes that are handsy, if I'm being honest. But the people touch my things. Like, my things are expensive. Like, my instruments are expensive. I don't know that I want to do that forever, but it doesn't mean that I'm not passionate about it. So we need to establish your passion when it comes to business, okay? You may not want to bake cookies your whole life. You may really enjoy doing it at home, but do you want to make a business out of it? So you have to establish your passion. So one thing that I encourage you to do right now is on that piece of paper where it's asking you that question, you have a whole section for notes. Close your eyes for just a minute when I ask you this question. It's a really important question because it helps sometimes other than just what are you passionate about, okay? If your eyes are closed and you're sitting there, just try to blank it all out for a second. And when I ask you this, I want you to open your eyes and just start writing. First thing that comes to mind, like don't allow yourself to really think about it. Just let it come out. If money was like not an issue at all, not a concern, you're set. You're set for life. Girl, you got all the cheddar. Mama made all the cheddar, right? And she doesn't have to worry. You don't have to worry anymore about money. What would you be doing with your time? How would you be spending your time? And write that down really quick. Oh, we have some people mixed whenever it comes to like why they're here. I like that. So how would everybody be spending their time? I'm going to explain what I'd be doing. I had my business coach ask me this, and I was like, I thought I knew what I wanted to do in my life, but I didn't. All right. I sat and I thought about it, and as you can see, everything that had to do with this course is there's an ocean with like a cotton candy sky. I obviously like the ocean. There's something like very calming about the ocean to me. Even though I'm terrified of getting in the water. I don't know what that's about. But when I think about that, I think about I'm on like with my free time, money's not a concern. I'm sitting on the beach or I'm looking out my window of one of my properties. I have a beach property, by the way. Future Jacqueline has a beach property. And I'm looking at my little girl. She is sitting on the beach. Ooh, let's go back. Sitting on the beach, eating. I thought that was a little girl whenever I was looking at the clip art. Turns out it's a woman. Looks like a woman to me. But I just envisioned myself looking out, answering some clients' emails, doing some voice support, having, some calls here and there. But I'm looking outside and I see my little girl and I see my little boy and I see their brothers. And I'm looking at my husband and he's just like kicked back with a beer. I'm sitting here working. He doesn't have to work if he doesn't want to. And I'm helping women. Even if I'm not getting paid, my answer to her was, I'm helping. I'm helping women. I'm empowering them. Okay. So what would you be doing? I'm curious about that. And I want to know, do these feelings, do they make you feel excited? Do they make you feel joyous? Do you have like this feeling of accomplishment? Happy? You're kind of like, I don't have a damn worry in the world. You're like doing these stretches, like you have it made, That's the answer when it comes to business. Okay. So the exercise is really good. Another good exercise is like what do you want to be remembered for? That's a really powerful one too. What do you want to be remembered for? So the big question is how can you monetize your passion? There are so many ways, so many stinking ways. It's crazy. This is going to look overwhelming at first. Okay. So just write what you can when you can. If you have an idea pop up, that's why I left it just like notebook paper, because you're going to have a lot of ideas and you need to just jot them down real quick. From one passion, you can create a physical product. You could, this could be a few of these or an eclectic mix of them. Just depends on how the energy you put into the content you want to create by repurposing content. Create a physical product, advise, coach, consult, or teach. Create and sell digital products. So graphic artists, photographers, musicians, teachers, you can create digital products. Artists, you can all create digital products. If you can make it in person, and then somehow, capture it on a graphic, that's a digital product. If you can type it out and save it into a file, that's a digital product and you can sell that. You can create a video series or channel on YouTube and monetize that. Everybody knows that I mean, all the moms are probably going crazy watching these videos. Like my daughter watches all these sensory videos of like kids unwrapping things and like having high-pitched voices. It drives me crazy, but those kids are loaded. They're paying for their parents' bills most likely because YouTube will pay you. And then you have affiliate links. You have all these things tied together. And they took that one piece of content and they magnified it. You can create and sell an online course. That's a really powerful one, and that's a way to create passive income. You can host a workshop or a paid class like this one. You're all here. You paid to be here. You wanted to be here. And I love what I do. And so I'm going to keep putting stuff out like this. You can do this too. Based on whatever it is that you know and whatever it is you're passionate about, you can put together a 1 or 2 hour class and go make a few $100 or $600 or $1,000. What is it that you know about? Like I couldn't go hold a workshop about makeup. I couldn't go hold a workshop about photography. But you can, based on what you know, and you can package it up and just go sell it. People need your knowledge. It's crazy. Like y'all are all here. And that's a demonstration of you can totally package whatever it is up that you're passionate and talented in and sell it. You can start a podcast. You can write and sell things like ebooks. That's completely free, by the way, to publish an ebook on Amazon. You can outsource yourself. That's a really, really powerful one. If you have any skill sets that people are looking for, like, virtual assistants or a photographer, even musicians, I've gotten paid for my voice on things several times. So people are outsourcing for that. They need something that they don't have time to do, or that they would just rather, get made faster, or maybe they just can't do it at all themselves. They don't have that talent. People will pay you for things like typing, for things like logos. People will pay you to come to their weddings and do their makeup and all their bridesmaids. Nails, if nails are your thing. People will pay you for that, but they'll also pay you for the knowledge too, so that they can do it and they don't have to keep asking you to do it. So you need to be able to cover essentially all of your bases. If you have a strong following, I'm talking like, you can get here, by the way. Don't feel discouraged. Mine's only at almost $3,000. 3,000 followers. My God, my mind's on money lately, sorry. But like 9,000, 10, I would say anything past 5,000 or 6,000, it's a pretty decent following, and you can start making money with your following. A lot of people don't realize that you can monetize because you've built this reputation. People know, trust, and like you. And if you were to come to them and tell them, hey, I got this thing going on, I can teach you this, I can teach you that, people will pay you for it. So there's so many different ways, if your thing is clothes, your thing is makeup, my thing is teaching, that following is looking to you, like they're already watching you. So if you put something in front of them that they need, odds are they'll pay you for it. So monetize your influence. You also have, so many outlets when it comes to freelancing. And then when it comes to ebooks or music or like things like recordings that are going to get played over and over and over again, or read and downloaded over and over and over again, you get royalties. That's really powerful, really, really powerful. But as beautiful and endless as the possibilities are, you do have to be realistic is the thing, okay? If something isn't working for you and you've been trying it for a very long time, kind of step outside yourself and just be real and say, well, I like to do this, but am I really good at it? Is this realistic? Should I be doing something else, that people tell me I'm really good at? So you have to be realistic. You need to know that what you're passionate about is also something that people are going to buy into. And you need to be able to monetize that so that you can scale it and not have to worry about money anymore. That's the goal here. Don't forget, this is the biggest thing. Biggest thing. People always ask me why I don't play music for a living. My husband says, you need to quit teaching. You need to quit coaching. You need to go play music. You need to sing. You need to perform. That's what you're meant to do. And I'm like, but when it becomes feeling like a job, it's not fun for me anymore. And that's what it became for me. So just always remember to make things fun. Always remember to give yourself a break in the midst of this, because creating several streams of income and monetizing your passion can become stressful if you're not enjoying it. So find ways to enjoy it. But pretty much any business can be made into multiple streams of income. Pretty much any business or any idea. But you're going to want to know how, right? So this is what I was talking about before we started the actual meeting, is content marketing. Everybody's heard of content marketing. What is content marketing? Content marketing is when you take information, knowledge, facts, opinions, okay, and you put them into this little pretty container, and the container can change. So contents can come in the form of blogs, social media content, you know, a picture with a long caption or a short caption or a story or whatever it is, videos, tutorials, reviews, etc. But the whole idea of content marketing is to stimulate interest. You want to catch somebody's attention with the information, right? They're looking for something. You have the answers. You need to be able to catch their attention, and with the content marketing is where you can make several streams of income. And I know that all of you have witnessed this and been on the receiving end of this before, because all of you use Amazon. And odds are you went and looked for a review of something, you found a review, and like you watched the video or you read the review and there was a link and you clicked on it. That's content marketing right there. Or if you ever buy from someone in network marketing, that's content marketing right there. They have stories. They're telling a story. They have something they're telling you about. You want it, right? You can make money with your passions through affiliate links. These are really great for people who have email lists built up, but that's not to discourage you, because obviously you have to start somewhere, right? So you start producing your content. You get all these affiliate links. You put it in your content, things like videos, blog posts that are out there in the internet world forever. And then when people come across them, they click the link, don't even think about it. They're just like, oh yeah, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. Here's the review. Here's the video, whatever it is that piqued their interest. They click it and then you get paid. So we'll talk about affiliate links in a few minutes, but you can monetize them through royalties. Mention that. That's books, songs, things of that nature. And you, like I mentioned earlier, you can self-publish on Amazon very easily. If you would like some information on that, I can give you the information I know from my most recent experience with my published book, but that's about all I can give you. I can guide you in the right direction. Create and sell e-courses. Create and sell an app. Advertise on your car, like something that has to do with, you know, your interest. Maybe you are partnered with a network marketing company and you want to advertise what it is that you do. Put it on the back of your car. That way everybody sees it. That's another form of getting word out there so that you can have passive income. You can offer your services, if applicable, on websites like Fiverr. I love Fiverr. Like if I need something, I usually go to Fiverr, because there's just such an eclectic mix. Like for my podcast, I wanted a female with an accent for my introduction. Went to Fiverr and I got it. She's Scottish. It's the coolest. But it gives you the capability to be the person that like someone like me is outsourcing things to and paying for. It's great for designers, graphic artists, musicians, writers, even photographers, stuff like that. But ultimately, what you're doing is you're taking your skill set and you're selling it as a service or a product of some sort. And what you can do, we call them containers. I don't know where that came from, but when you think about a container or something, there's something inside, right? And you want what's inside. So you're selling them as a container. For virtual assistants and service providers, a lot of packages are sold and they're called containers. So you can sell your services at a price point instead of hourly, and then you get to determine you know, the rules and the boundaries and all that inside of your container with whatever your terms of service are. But yeah, just teaching people in general, like what you do, or something you're familiar with, something that comes easy to you that maybe doesn't come easy to everybody else, you can make money with that. But the question is, are you ready to think outside of the box so that you can turn your passions into profits? I'm sure you are ready to think outside the box. New ideas. It's that one little idea that can take you to the next level. So if we think outside the box, okay, we just mentioned several different things you can do, but let's talk about creating and selling products. Okay. You can create a physical product. This is often the most costly one. So if you have this great idea, go for it. All right, go for it. Because when you do have a good idea and you can get in front of the right people, if you go on Shark Tank, please call me, because I want to watch that episode. But if you can get the right idea and get it across to the right person, it's a beautiful way to set your family for life. But if you don't have a great idea and you can't invent anything, there are other things you can make that are tangible. Books, even digital products are kind of tangible, but people buy those from you. But I'm thinking of stuff like makeup, clothes, gadgets, a paperback book. Even network marketing and multi-level, all of that stuff, all those things where you're promoting a brand, that's a tangible product. So maybe you didn't create it, but obviously you know that if you sell it, you make money. But another way you can create products is digitally. And this is huge right now. Like, this whole thing is digital. You're learning from the comfort of your own home. How freaking powerful is that? Some of you I never would have met had I not created this class. That is just the coolest thing to me. But some of the digital products you can create, and I want you to get thinking about this. Write down the ones that stick out to you. Maybe your life story would make a good book. But whatever ideas come to you, write them down immediately, because we're going to talk about it at the very end. But you could create an e-course, an e-book, graphics and designs, websites. If you're a musician, music, beats, jingles, ringtones, voiceovers. I told you I've gotten paid for my voice just to sing on things. Photographs, okay? Videos, NFTs. If you don't know about NFTs yet and you're an artist, I would really look into it. I don't know if anyone follows Gary Vaynerchuk, but you can make a lot of money with NFTs right now. But that's like a whole workshop on its own. I don't know enough about it either, but they are non-fungible tokens. Maybe write it down and come back to it. You can create templates. You can sell templates. If you have Canva and you want to create templates, like highlight templates, like the little circles that go on to highlight stories, or like workbook templates or stuff like that. You can create one of those, pop it on Etsy for $9 or something, or cheaper than that, and you can make thousands of dollars a month all from something so simple. So templates are really big right now. Phone apps, that's another digital product that could pay you forever if you wanted it to. And I'm curious if you ever went on the internet to search for something like how to make money online. Me, best baby monitor, me. How to train a puppy. Yeah. Puppies are so hard, by the way. Camera reviews of 2021, or like a little black dress size. I'm not even size 12 anymore. I don't even know what I am. Probably like a 16. But I love it. This body made babies. And in the end, when you go to search for something and you're like, I need all the information, it usually winds up looking like this. You're like, you wind up getting whatever it is you were looking for, right? You went through the reviews, you couldn't resist. Maybe it was on sale. But odds are you at some point went to look for something, you want to get reviews before you buy it, and it winds up on your doorstep. Am I right? Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that somebody just got paid, and it's not just the person, it's not like the inventor or the distributor. it's somebody else like you and me. That's what's so crazy. And I'm trying to get people to understand that, yes, working for, you know, a certain company is wonderful. Yes, promoting products is great, but we're missing out on so many opportunities. We're leaving so much money on the table. Every time you recommend something to a friend, a baby monitor, a dress, what's something I bought recently, a toilet seat for for our 3-year-old. You can make money. If somebody asks you about it, I don't know how many times I've posted something, me wearing a dress or something, and everybody's like, where'd you get it? I could have made money. You can make money. Here's some really good examples. I went in, because I don't know much about makeup, and I went and I looked at makeup reviews. Now this, she seems pretty awesome. I mean, look at this. She started posting like review videos, and little old me doesn't know enough about makeup. So I went to go look, and I saw this video has 493,000 views. Like, what? And it was only a year ago. So I went and I did some digging, and I was like, oh, I bet she has affiliate links. I bet she has where she is all over the internet. And I bet I could probably go find her in a second if I wanted to. And I bet I could get everything that she's putting on her face sent to me in like a few days. So I went and I looked, and it was so. It was true. So she has, there's her video. You see all our reviews. She has like a cute little YouTube thumbnail, which are easy to make, by the way. If you have Canva, you can make thumbnails. You can take out the backgrounds. You can add like it's simple. If you ever want a class on that, let me know and I'll show you. But then I went into her right here, into her description, and she has all her socials connected. She has how to get in touch with her, and then there it is, her list of products that she used. And so can you imagine, you go with whatever your niche is, and their niche, however you want it, whatever you want to call it, however you say it. But can you imagine putting a video up that's specific to you, something you're passionate about talking about, comes so easy to you, putting it up with the intention of just people getting the information they need. And then you go and it has, I don't know, 100,000 views or whatever, and you didn't put any links up. Can you, like, you missed money. I've had videos that have went, that I remember logging on one day, and an old video from college I put up had like 30,000 views. And I'm like, what in the hell? I didn't know. What? I had no idea. And now I'm thinking, oh my God, I wish I would put some affiliate links in there. And the thing is, here's all her affiliate links. I'm like pointing at the computer like y'all can see my finger. That's hilarious. But she has her affiliate links here. And every time somebody goes and orders something, she made money. And then she has it accessible where they can find her. And look, you can tell she must be passionate about makeup. And the other thing is that she's going to utilize that following, and she's going to create more streams of income through her stories with the cute little outfits she has on. She's probably getting sponsors, probably doing all kinds of stuff, getting all kinds of free products, but also creating a stream of income all on its own outside of that video. But what's cool is maybe people found her from that video. I didn't know about her until I saw that video. And then I got to her Instagram, and then I went to see all this other stuff. So if you take one thing away from this, the first thing is you have to put yourself out there. You have to put your products out there. You have to, whatever it may be, even if it's somebody else's product you're just promoting, but you have to put yourself out there. And it's really, really smart to just take one piece of content and repurpose it so that you don't have to work so hard, because it can be overwhelming. If you're looking at this, you're like, oh my God, you're telling me that to create passive streams of income, I need to be on Facebook, I need to be on Instagram, I need to be on YouTube, I need to have a blog, I need to do this. When the reality is you can take that one idea, or that one video, and turn it into several things. So for creating videos, I'm gonna have to get my baby, you guys, 1 second. He's exclusively breastfed. But this just goes to show that if you're a mama, there's no reason to not be able to work and have your babies at the same time. So, it's okay. So creating videos is a really, really powerful way. But let me explain some things about it. Whenever you create a video for your niche, this is what it does. It gets you out there. It creates authority. It shows personal emotion. You know, it shows personality. People, I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, my love. It's going to show your personality, show emotion that people may not feel behind text. Okay. It educates, entertains, or inspires your audience. And if you can do all three, that's like the holy trinity. If you can be funny and you can teach them at the same time and also somehow inspire them, then you've like hit the holy trinity. And those are typically the ones that tend to go viral or get the most attention. But ultimately, video really allows people to feel like they know you before they get to meet you, you know. Proof and point, actually, there are some people in this class right now that I'd never met them. You know, when we finally did, like, you followed me or I followed you, and I spoke to you for the first time, it may have been a video. I may have been like, hey, thank you for following me. What in the world? Hey, how are you? But video is very personal, and it's going to open up a completely set of like a completely new audience for you. So if you're not on video yet, I strongly encourage you to do so, even with your art. That's what's pretty cool. So like if you are an artist or a digital artist, or you do makeup or whatever in the world it is, get on video, show time lapses, show people how to do things, show people the process of how you're creating your art, and just put that out there and see how many new people you reach, and do things like put affiliate links in there and watch your bank account grow, because it's crazy. Videos get a lot of momentum and a lot of attention. So like I said, you want to build that sense of trust, knowledge, and love, because ultimately people buy from who they like, know, and trust. So if they don't feel like they can trust you, well, they're not going to buy from you. And that's when it starts to feel yucky. Sales start to feel yucky when you're not like out there being who you are, and then just jumping into their DMs trying to sell to them. Like, they want to see who you are. They want to feel like they can relate to you. They want to see your face. They don't just want to read text. So videos are a really powerful way. And whenever you build that sense of, you know, likeness, they know you, they trust you, that's how you get returning clients, because people tend to come back whenever they feel like they have that bond, and they almost kind of feel like, you know, they look forward to seeing you, seeing what you've come up with, what you're part of. Think about, you know, like a couple women that come to mind: Oprah Winfrey, or Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart only comes to mind because I'm always stuck at home and like there's all this cooking stuff. And I see her every time I look up a recipe, it's like Martha Stewart. But when you think about someone like a woman that makes a lot of money, think about what is she doing? What is she doing different? She's just being, so she's putting herself out there, being herself, and creates this brand to the point that you're like, I don't care like what it is, I just want what they have. You can totally have that, so that when it comes, like every time you put something out that you're passionate about, people are gonna want that from you because, well, they've gotten to know you through video. So it's really, really powerful. I really love videos specifically. I do like writing, but videos are pretty cool too. So obviously everybody wants returning buyers, right? Videos are really cool because they allow you to have like free real estate in the internet world, in the internet land, 24/7. It does not sleep. So, you know, somebody in Japan could be looking up something about a camera and they come across your video. you're asleep, what if they want that same camera that you did the review on and they clicked on the link that was in your video and you make money? So it's free real estate. Utilize it, because like it's not running out, it's there. You're not taking up any, like you're not going to take up too much space. So it allows you to reach people across the world. It allows you to include your links or affiliate links, which if you don't know what affiliate links are, I'm so sorry I didn't explain that. I think it's somewhere in here. But affiliate links are ways that other companies pay people for driving traffic to their website. And when the people make a purchase, you have your own unique link, so that when someone makes a purchase, they know who to pay commission to. That's all an affiliate link is. So the links you have within if you do network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing, anything like that, you have an affiliate link. It's unique to you. It has your name at the end of it probably, and that's how they know who to pay. So the thing is that several freaking companies, almost every company out there has an affiliate program, and people don't even know. So yeah, we talked about affiliate links, and like you saw in that screenshot I sent them that we had on the screen a minute ago, you saw she had several different links. You can have as many as you want to. And so what if they go and buy from several of those products? Well, you just made several commissions. It's really powerful. So some examples are like makeup and hair tutorial videos and the products that they used, reviewing a camera and its accessories, all of its equipment. You can have links for that. Demonstration of nail art and the products you used. That right there is advertising your service. It's entertaining. I'm going to sit there and watch that, because I don't know how to do that. And I'm trying to be girly. So I would probably sit and watch that and try to figure out how they're doing nails. And then I'm going to want to know what products too. So that's several different streams of income, all from a video. Graphic design videos. You're going to be able to educate them. You're going to be able to promote your service. You're going to be able to promote the products that you use, the software you used. Here is a really good example. We were just talking about cameras, and I went on to YouTube last night and I was looking up camera reviews. I was like, let's just see which one pops up. This is the first one that popped up. It has over 500,000 views. They made it, let's see, did I have the date? Oh, okay, so 2020, right there, 2020. There's no telling how much money this man made off of this one video. And about this time, somebody's like, I can do that. I can film myself painting. I can film myself talking about paint products. I can film myself talking about digital design. You can do it, right? You just haven't yet, maybe. Here it is. An affiliate link is a specific URL that contains an affiliate's ID or username. In affiliate programs, advertisers use the affiliate links to record the traffic that is sent to the advertiser's website, and this is how they have the affiliate program. But if you notice right here, there is a long description, and then down here there are several links. He advertises that they are affiliates so that that's how he makes a living. And then look right here. We were talking about niche earlier. If you don't know your niche yet, we need to talk. I can help you with some exercises to get more clear on that. Tech gear talk. So obviously he's not going to do a nail video promoting products. But that's what's so cool is when you know exactly who you're catering to, and you know the type of people you're trying to reach and the pain points that you're helping solve, it becomes really easy to zone in on the money, because it cuts out a lot of competition. You're going straight for a specific audience. Now, videos are extremely powerful because anyone can film a video. So I'm curious, who's using videos right now in their business? Is anybody using videos in their business right now? I use videos in my business. Who is? Let me see,
I
everybody.
use videos in one of my businesses.
And which one is that?
Me. Are you talking to me?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Are you talking to me?
Whoever said they use videos in their business.
Yes, I use videos in my financial business.
Do you feel that they help?
I feel like it's created more followers, but it really hasn't created more business.
Okay. Are you, when you get these followers, are you reaching out immediately and letting them know who you are? No.
No.
So that's okay.
No.
Okay. So just some hot seat coaching right quick that may be helpful for everybody. When you get a new follower, it's not always somebody that's just like, let me go follow this girl. Hope she follows me back. I'm going to go unfollow her in 10 minutes. It's not always that. Sometimes they've been watching you and they're like, I mean, why else would they go out of their way to follow you? Go check them out for a second and do what I did with, I don't see her on here, but one of the lovely women who signed up to this class, you know, she followed me and I'm like, whoa, I've never seen your face before. Who are you? Here's who I am. And I let them get to know me real quick. Video is super powerful. And then Jennifer, when you get a new follower, try that from now on. When somebody follows you or anybody that has an online business, introduce yourself. Go immediately, because what's going to happen is they're going to get buried at the bottom. You're going to forget how long they've been following you. You lost your opportunity to just be like, hey, here I am. That way, when they do need your services, they're like, oh, Jennifer. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she introduced herself the other day. But try doing that, because if your videos are getting you followers can become customers. This class proves that, because that's how a lot of people found me.
Because I get more traffic on my stories on Facebook. Like Instagram, I get a little bit of followers, but I get more traffic on stories on Facebook. And so there are ones that are just, over and over and over again that comment or like. So those are the ones that I need to reach out to. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. If you know that they're not already affiliated with your business, or you know that like one of your mentors that comments all the time, obviously no, not them, or somebody that is maybe connected to them, it's real easy to find out. You just do a little bit of Facebook creeping real quick. But if you're like, oh, I don't know this person, but they keep commenting, absolutely. That's kind of like them going, hey, here I am. And you don't know until you ask. So why waste that opportunity? If they're tuning into your channel and watching, why not just reach out? I've done advertising for this in the background in my stories. I ran one little ad, put it in the group here and there, but ultimately, I don't feel like I blasted it everywhere. I just went through my stories and I created connections, and I've talked to all of you in private messages at some point, and that's how you're here. So yes, it's super, super powerful. We need to talk a little bit more, maybe in the Q&A at the end. Let's resurface this, because I think it's something we need to go over for all of you.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So curious how this recording's going to turn out. I've never done one properly yet. Every computer I use is different so far. All right. But like I was saying, it's so powerful because everybody can film a video. You see everybody doing it. Like my daughter knows how to film videos. Okay. She could have her own channel. She can be making her own money. I keep telling her, come up with something you want to talk about. Let's have your own channel, because you could have more money than you ever need. We have your college paid for. It's not far-fetched. Anybody can turn on their phone. talk to the camera, give honest feedback, and create affiliate links. And after this, y'all are all going to go. Tell me you won't, because I know you will. You're all going to go to all your favorite stores online in a little bit, and you're going to be like, I want to see if they have an affiliate program. If it's a big one, they will. And then every time, you know, you post a picture of yourself wearing a cute shirt or something, everybody's like, where'd you get it? What do you usually do? You screenshot or you send a link to the person and say, hey, here it is. I got it on Amazon for $9.99, whatever it is. You could have an affiliate link instead and make some money. But videos are so powerful. So whatever your business is, you don't have to only make money from that business. If you're passionate about fashion, or you're passionate about makeup, or you're passionate about music, you're passionate about nails, whatever it is you're passionate about, helping people. There are several companies, most actually, unless it's a real small startup company, they may not have that money delegated for that yet, which in theory would be smart anyway to have one, because it's going to make you more money. But most do have affiliate programs. So just a few that I know you'll be familiar with. Buzzsprout. I use Buzzsprout as my host for my podcast, Just Women Talking Shit. And they are phenomenal. Phenomenal. If you ever want to have a podcast, I have a link for you. And then you'll have a link for whoever you want to refer to there. But they have so many ways to make money on their website. They have like sponsored ads. They have affiliate programs. It's really cool. But even Best Buy, if you were to go to the bottom of the screen on the Best Buy website, you're going to see affiliate link, or affiliate program is usually what it will say. Even Sephora. So for all my makeup lovers that are doing makeup tutorials, and if you use Sephora products and you want to go do a review, I mean, what's it take? 5 minutes to go do a review for something you're passionate about? Even if it's not your business. Like, it'd be really silly for me to go do a makeup tutorial because I'm not great at it. But for someone like Miss Patty, I don't know if she made it in. I hope she did. But for someone like Miss Patty who sells makeup, it would be really, really smart on her part, or anyone that does makeup, to do tutorials, to do reviews, to sit there and shoot the shit with people on camera and let them see you do it, not just post pictures. They want to see who you are. They want to learn from you. They want to get to know you, because 9 times out of 10, they're buying you. They're not buying the product. They just happen to like the product because of the story you told. That's what's so powerful. Sephora, Walmart. I mean, every time you buy something from Walmart, think about, like you talk, I don't know, my kids like to swim. So I got like a little swim pool from Walmart recently. And if somebody was like, where'd you get that? I could literally go into Walmart, get my affiliate link for that specific pool, send it to them, like, oh, here's where I got it. And they're not going to think twice about it. And I just made some money. Amazon has a really great affiliate program, and Fiverr has a really, really, really good affiliate program. So if you're a graphic designer, or you enjoy doing anything that Fiverr promotes, which is usually like graphic designing, video editing. I bought most recently the introduction to my podcast. I was telling you, the lady with the Scottish accent, like, I'm sorry, that's the coolest. Like, I didn't want to be up there being like, just women talking shit. I wanted like this sexy, suave voice, and she gets up there and it did something for me. And I was able to find her through this website. She got paid. But what's really cool is you can get paid to pretty much just talk about Fiverr. And when someone's like, oh, I want to check that out, they click your link, and their affiliate program is really good. You can make hundreds and hundreds of dollars just for telling somebody about it. It's kind of like telling somebody, they want to know where you got the best steak, that best steak that you ordered at your anniversary dinner or something. I don't know. This is what's coming to mind. I'm thinking about food. It's the breastfeeding, I think. But you refer them to the restaurant and they love it. They go, but you didn't make any money. You didn't make a damn dime. You just got the satisfaction of you gave a good review, right? We're always giving reviews and we're not making any money. So I'm bringing it to your attention that you could be making money every time you share something. So just go and look on the website. But let's move away from like the commission mindset for a minute and talk about high ticket. Okay. I put coaching here because I'm familiar with coaching, but it doesn't have to be coaching. So I keep going back to makeup. I keep going back to art. I keep going back to design, stuff like that. That can be high ticket too. So just to work with the talents that I know are in here currently, high ticket, what does that mean? That means there's a higher ticket price, right? So instead of working for like, you know, the little dollars and having to add them all up and cram them all together to make something big, you could just do less work. It sounds kind of like a trick, right? So you're telling me I could do less but make more. I want to introduce everybody to this idea because I want to see everybody achieve wealth. I want to see everybody do it. Makeup, high ticket, bridal party, or photo shoot. You can charge hundreds of dollars. Why? Because you're the best. Because, well, they can't do makeup or they wouldn't be asking you to do it. So you can charge a high ticket price for that because you're taking your precious time to go do something that they don't know how to do. So why not make the money you want to make? That's high ticket. If you want to coach, you love helping people, you can not charge. You don't have to charge by the hour, which, by the way, I would love for everybody to get out of the mindset of by the hour. Start selling by the package, by the container. It will change your life. Okay. I sold this by the seat. Okay. I sold this by the seat. I didn't want to sell it. Why would I sell it by the hour? Because that's not how you build wealth. Start selling higher tickets. If you feel like you can do that, if your confidence is not there yet, please talk to me. I'll help you get through that. It's a mindset block, but higher ticket means less clients, means less stress, means less work, means more income. It all adds up. Okay. So it's not just a matter of, I mean, your services have to be good. They have to involve transformation, right? But let's see, what did I write? The ticket price is high. Okay, yeah, you can make anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 a client. Honestly, more. I personally know people who, and it like I kind of laughed at first. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing spending 15 grand on working with somebody? What did you just tell me? Because I used to only make 15 grand in a year. So it was a huge mindset block for me. But when you are a step ahead of somebody and you know something somebody else doesn't know, and they want to know it, and you can tell them how to do it or achieve it, they'll pay you. Money's not as scarce as you think it is. Okay. I know somebody who went from $100,000 in debt to self-made millionaire in 2 years. Okay. You can do it. So just, we're not going to do all the coach. I'm not going to coach you right now, but I just really challenge you to start thinking into high ticket so that you're not working for pennies anymore. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna be a better energetic exchange. You're gonna want to work more. It's just gonna be beautiful for you. Beautiful for you. My words are slurring together. Maybe it's because I have gotten out. But if you were charging lower, obviously you're gonna have to sell more, right? And that's when it becomes stressful. That's when it doesn't feel good anymore. God, I don't want to go to work. I have so many things to do to make this amount of money. I have to spend this many hours doing this so I can make this amount of money. That's when it doesn't feel good. So think about numbers that make you feel good and put that on your services if you are service-based. And even if you are involved with another company right now, especially if you're doing well, or just an example, if you built your company up to where you're making, like you've reached the top 1% or something like that, package up how you did that and create another stream of income. Or if you know, you have stuff that's happened in your life and you've overcome it, and people are like, how in the hell is she so positive all the time? Like, she always sees things like on the more beautiful side. Like, she sees the sun in the midst of a storm. Package that up and put a pretty price tag on it, the one that makes you feel good. And when the energy matches, you will get people. But anyway, whenever you have a higher ticket offer, you attract higher ticket clients. They're putting in the skin. Okay, they're putting in the skin. They have invested, and you're going to get them better results. They're going to go tell their friends, and you're going to just create this whole like trickle effect, and it's going to be just beautiful for you. I was looking up. I wanted to see, since I was talking about high ticket, you know, I think it's really important to let women know that you can make money without a certificate, without certification in coaching. A lot of women don't realize that. So I did some research, and I was looking up some graphs, and I'm like, I found this one in like 2015, 2016. Here I am pointing at the screen again. But I looked at the graph, and it estimated that the coaching industry would be, at this point, whatever billions, 1.34 billions. Okay. And then all the research I found after that was it exceeded that. And what's crazy is this industry can apply like to anything. You can literally coach somebody through anything, as long as you're a step ahead of your client. Well, why wouldn't you pay for cheat sheets, right? If you're passionate about helping people in an online space or in a physical space, then you may honestly consider becoming one of these things, like an advisor, a consultant, a coach, a teacher, mentor. I don't know, whatever word it is you want to use, but you could literally teach somebody about any of these things if you feel called to. Self-love, confidence, business, health and wellness. Y'all see the whole list there. For me, self-love is big for me. Confidence is big for me. Business is big for me. Those are my, like, I get so excited when I start to talk about it, and I see women come to life, like they have this new idea, you know, they never thought about it from that perspective before, and it clicks, and then they make money, or they feel better about themselves, or they just take a new approach on life. Sometimes it just takes a different perspective. Your perspective can make you money. So we're talking about, you know, ways to monetize your passion. That's this whole thing. So if you haven't thought about coaching yet, whatever it is you want to call it. I know Miss Melissa doesn't like the word coach. I'm not like, it's because it's overplayed, right? Everybody and their mom's a coach is what it feels like. But if the shoe fits, sometimes that's the word, but you can call yourself whatever you want to. But I think this is one of the quickest ways to wealth. Is to sell high ticket packaged programs. One-on-one is really good, or you can do group sessions. But I just want to put that in your mind, because maybe you haven't thought about it before. Use your life experience and generate some hefty income with a lot of the crap cut out. Okay. But to put it like into perspective, if your dream is to earn multiple six figures a year, that's my dream. I have my reasons. I have really good reasons. I'm not just money hungry. But I'm sitting here thinking, for the longest time, especially as a younger adult, that I'd never be able to achieve that. Like, I'm gonna go be an engineer or an astronaut. Oh no. I didn't realize that it was just a numbers game. And when I started to break it down, it all started to make sense as to how I could do it. And it's in those higher price points, or in, you know, having higher price points and lower price points and passive price points, so that I was covering all the bases. I didn't realize that. So it took me sitting down. You see this little cat. I searched "duh" for clip art, and his face came up, and I was like, I don't know. I got to put it up there, because it is the epitome of duh. Let's do some quick math. Maybe you need to make, you know, 10K in the next month or two. The math makes more sense, and it becomes almost easier If you think about it this way, high ticket versus low ticket. When you see the numbers in front of you, which feels better for you? I want to make $100,000 a year. Let's just say this is an example. That equates to $8,333 and 333333333 and to infinity cents. Okay. So let's just keep it at $8,333. All right. How many clients does that equal a month? Well, if you're selling by container, by package, instead of by the hour, it becomes very doable. You have logistics. You know how you're going to do it now. One-on-one coaching package, let's say you do $4,500 for 12 weeks. Let's just say that's a low price point too. $4,500. If you were to just get 2 clients a month, just 2 new clients a month, 2 clients a month, there's 12 months out of the year, there's 24 clients a year. Could you do that? Do you feel like you could find 24 people in a year to work with? I know you can. I know you can, whatever it is that you do. And then let's look at lower ticket. This is where it's hard. This is where you're going too hard on yourself whenever it comes to building like wealth so that you can build it quickly or quicker. When you divide that down to low ticket, let's just say that you create a course. And you can do this. You can run ads, you can do it organically, you can do all the content marketing you want. You can get it to where it appears first on the internet and you just naturally are getting passive income. But let's just say that you have a course at $299. Maybe your course is about training dogs, dog training, or photography, how to book clients, or how to, I don't know, get your photography business up and running. These are just ideas coming to mind. You price it for $299. You'd have to sell 28 of those a month. That's already more than how many clients you would need for the year to hit 6 figures. Just putting this out there, okay? Because it's going to start to click for you how you can achieve the number that you want to and monetize your passion. Or if you have a product for $27, that's 309 sales a month to reach $8,333 or around there. Multiply that times 12. It becomes stressful. And this is what I see a lot of women doing, is working for pennies. Or getting stuck in the mindset of like working hourly, when you could take all of the talents you have right now and sell them at a higher price point. So subscription, like $10. Think about Planet Fitness, $10 a month. Well, they have to get 833 customers recurring every month to just hit those 6 figures every year. Example, here's a really good example. I love this example because I know that Miss Patty is in here, and maybe it'll spark a little light bulb, but it'll also break down how many different ways you can reach your audience through just your passion for makeup. If you're obsessed with makeup and you want to earn money with that passion, you may want to consider having all these things in line so that you can reach a bigger audience and make more money. And it takes maybe an hour of your time to get all the content together and repurpose it. You can have a Facebook group. A lot of you are in my group, Female Fearless and Badass. You've gotten to know me. You've gotten to love me a little bit, maybe a lot. I don't know. You can let me know. But I've gotten to know you. I've gotten to love you. And it creates a really close-knit community. People feel safe there. They know that they can come here and they can learn from you about this specific subject at any time and that you'll be there for them. They know they can come there and network and get ideas and not be judged. This is where you can go live. This is where you can give tutorials. You can nurture your audience so that when you do have things that you want to offer them, that you know would benefit them, because you just know, like, you know they need this thing. there they are. There's your audience. So that's one avenue you can take. You can combine all these, by the way, and you will see benefits. You will make some money. I really, really love that approach, nurturing my audience, because I love loving on people. I love love. I've always loved love. I've always loved being in love. It's gotten me in a lot of trouble, but I love love. So that's a really good approach for me. You may enjoy it if you're not doing it already. Whatever business you're in, you can create your own group. Don't create a group for the brand that's already created. Create a group for you and what you stand for. Invite people in there, ask questions, bond, turn it into community, and it makes selling a lot easier. It just does. You can have your own channel on YouTube. We went over that, so we're not going to really dive into that anymore. But that's a way to make income with your makeup. You can sell your services to bridal parties. This is a really big one. All right. I did not have a wedding. I didn't hire anybody to do my makeup. I got married at a courthouse. I personally haven't looked into prices, but I know friends and family who have gotten married, and when they told me what they paid for their makeup team, like some of these ladies come in, they got like a whole team, y'all. They like got somebody do hair. Anyway. Oh, hey, my love. But just like even just one or two ladies, like they pay out the wazoo. And why do they do it? Because these ladies know they're the best. And they know that they need them. They need their services so they can charge what they want to. So that's a really good way. We were just talking about that, but you can sell your services to bridal parties or any kind of events like that need makeup. Modeling gigs are really good too. You can create a makeup course. I don't know if you've thought about this, and this is really easy to do. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. You don't have to have all the fancy websites and the sales pages, and you don't have to have like sales funnels and like all the coding and like all the like webinar, whatever. Like you don't have to have all that. You can create a makeup course pretty much for free, if not 20 bucks, and then you can sell it over and over and over again. Like technique, again, something that I would probably buy if I wanted to learn something about makeup, but you can make money that way. And then you can get that to the point that it's passive by reinvesting money into things like ads so that it's reaching the people, they're paying for it. It gets sent out to them immediately. The money goes to your account and you just made money in your sleep. And if anybody ever wants to learn to do that, I do work one-on-one to teach stuff like that. You can write reviews. That's an easy one. Y'all are doing that already. You're sitting there talking to your girlfriends about this and this and this. Write it down, write a review, put it out there, make money. A blog helps a lot too. Because people, I personally love, like when I go to look for a recipe, I love blogs because they have a video, they have it written out, they have a checklist of ingredients, they have everything I need, and I learned so much. And so that's a really good one if you want to implement that. But think of it, like I said earlier, as having digital real estate. You can get paid monthly for securing your little corner in the world of the internet. You can have several little properties that are there working for you with the information that people can just tap on and watch, or tap on and read. You know, tap that link to go to the product, to read other reviews. It's just a matter of getting it out there. No, I can't see. How do I get that out of the way? All right. Another way to make money is to outsource yourself. So this is really good for service providers. I know we have some service providers in here. And by service providers, I mean coaches, graphic artists, you know, people that are doing bookkeeping, stuff like that. So if you're good at something, like for me, my outsourcing, like I could do video editing. I could edit somebody's podcast because I know how to do that. I could do some graphic work. Like I can give them really killer Instagram, you know, profile pics or something like that. I can do stuff like that. So what you can do is you can outsource your talents. And instead of going and working like between, the four walls of a cubicle, you could just be doing what you already love doing from the comfort of your own home, because there's a limitless supply of clients on the internet world, and they'll pay you for stuff that they can't do. So things like being a virtual assistant, bookkeeping, creating and managing ads. Ads managers make bank, y'all. If you know how to run ads and you can take that skill set and you can implement it to somebody else's business and you can get them sales or leads, you can make some good money. And it's the same with being a virtual assistant. It does not have to be the way it doesn't have to be the way that we're used to it being, to where like you charge, I don't know, $20 an hour or something like that. There are tons of coaches, people like myself, and some really high level coaches out there who they will pay you a hefty amount, almost like a lawyer, to create all their graphics. Whether it's $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you can attract those kinds of clients and have like a monthly retainer instead of working by the hour. So it's just something to think about. Outsourcing your talents. What are you good at now? If you look in your notebook, in your workshop book. Uh-oh. You okay? Oh. All right. If you look in your book, you're going to see an area where it's a T-chart. Okay. And it's going to say, things that you're good at, or maybe things that people have told you you're good at, things that make you happy. And at some point, whenever it comes to getting your stuff out there so that you can start making money with it, one of the first steps is figuring out what you feel like you're good at, what people tell you you're good at, and then what makes you happy. If it happens to be what people tell you you're good at, what you feel like you're good at, and it makes you happy, well, you've hit the mother lode, right? But that's the thing that you could possibly outsource yourself for. Okay, like me, like I've said a few times, I'm just gonna keep bringing it up. Voice work. Who would have thought people would want my voice? I didn't think that years ago, but I happen to not sound anything like what I sound like talking when I sing. And so I've gotten paid for my voice. I've gotten paid for graphics. I know we have Jennifer in here. She has a graphic design business. Oh, man, it's that time of the day, I guess. But you can outsource. You can be on websites where people are looking like every time of the day for your work. Photographers, people are looking for you all the time, but you have to put your billboard up. They have to know where to find you. They have to know about you. And if you're just relying on like a Facebook feed and word of mouth, you're leaving money on the table. So you have to be willing to outsource your talents. So, managing social media accounts, you can do that at pretty much any moment. You can start a social media business like today, tomorrow, whenever. Ghostwriting, organizing for others. Like I used to get paid to come clean people's houses and organize. When I say I've done it all, I've done it all. And if you want to hear about all the things I've done, there's a feature in a Women Wednesday blog, or Wednesday Women blog. I should know that. But I literally talk about how I've done it all. I've cleaned toilets. I've been, internet sales managers at a big car lot. I've worked all over corporate America. I've owned businesses, but I mean, I've cleaned so many toilets. I've done a lot of outsourcing for other people. Like they've hired me to do a lot of things. That you can illustrate, you can write jingles, you can write and sell your songs if you're a songwriter, edit photos if you're a photographer and you don't just want to take pictures and you're so good at like editing, something that people just don't quite know how to do, like changing some, tones in the pictures or removing blemishes or something. You can like make a quick $50 for like clicking a few buttons because people just don't know how to do it or they don't feel like it. So this could create another stream of income for you that doesn't take a whole lot of time, that allows you to express your passions and, kind of get that energy out. Because if you're a creative person and you're passionate about your creations and you're not doing it, you're hurting right now. And the longer you wait, the more it hurts. It's like this heavy feeling. And it's like this, for me, it's a heavy feeling in my chest. Like my brain's jumbled, I'm stressed out, and I just can't figure out why I get upset sometimes. And I'm like, it's because I haven't had a creative outlet. I got to go do something. But you will get paid. You get paid to even interact with people on social media. Like I'm going to get to the point where I may not want to go into my Instagram and reply to all the comments. So I'll probably just hire someone to do that for me. I'll go and I'll interact when I feel like it. But if I just don't feel like it, I'll be like, because somebody will do it. Somebody needs that income or would like that income and enjoys doing it. So you could be that person if that calls to you. But one thing that I'm going to touch base on, because I do know we have network marketers in here, multi-level marketers, direct sales, things of that nature. So you're like, all right, when are you going to get to me? I don't know how to build things. I don't know how to paint things. What about me? I paid for this class too. Well, here's the thing. And I try to teach this all of the time. One person in particular knows who I'm talking to. If you are with another company and you feel like you're not succeeding, you're not seeing the growth you want, pull back and just ask yourself, am I pushing the product or am I pushing me? Am I pushing the product and the sales going on, which are good, by the way? You know all about it. Or am I pushing the story as to how this has changed my life, as to how this is helping me and helping others? So I just want to put that out there. But if you're involved with a company, you love it. You love it. You're either seeing the money or you aren't. If you are seeing the money and you're like, oh, but I feel like I need to be doing something else too, or you want to scale, you're as high as you can get with this company, and you're like, oh, but I need another stream of income. What you can do is, like we mentioned, you can start that channel. That's going to attract more people into your funnel. It's going to help your the business that you're promoting. It's going to help that, because again, what's Oprah doing? What's Martha Stewart doing? Like, Oprah's got shows, she's been in movies, she's got products. I mean, you think about people like the Kardashians, like anything they put their name on, somebody wants it. Be that person. So you can do this with these companies whenever you promote products. If you would just step aside and be the product and be the story, it'll help the company that you're with bring you sales in, because it's attraction marketing. Curiosity marketing is really powerful too, but you can be in other outlets and be attracting more people to that business, but you could also be making money in other ways. Let's say that one good little idea that I just had, someone who's really interested in network marketing, your network marketing, obviously, you don't even have to go on and promote like the company. You could be on YouTube explaining the business model and the benefits of it, and what kind of people it is for, and then at the bottom have your affiliate link or something, and maybe you build a team that way. But it doesn't always have to be about the company you're with. It's really about you. And whenever you do things like create groups on Facebook and tend to them, and really nurture the people in there, it's going to make your life easier. Network marketing, but you're also establishing a brand outside of the company that's already established their brand. Like they've already done that, right? So if you start thinking about it that way, as to how to further monetize yourself and your passions, it becomes a lot easier, because you realize, oh snap, I'm the shit. It's not the shit I'm selling, it's me. I'm the shit. And then for everything I put out is golden, that's how you monetize your passions, because you know that it's about you. And so when you put that stuff out there, if you're in the right places and you leverage the internet, people will find you. It's just really a matter of time and kind of just a matter of keywords. But some things you consider is starting your own podcast. So, you know, you guys could sit and talk about network marketing. There's so many different things. You can involve trainings in your podcast, and people may just stumble upon it and be like, oh, who's she? And that can create another source of income. Even podcasts create sources of income. And people don't realize that. So while you're sitting around talking to your girlfriends about something you need to be talking about anyway, something that, you know, other women would like to sit and talk, listen to, you could be making money. It's that, like, it really is. It's that easy. You could offer consultations, you know, people that want to get to where you are. They want the success that you have. You could be offering consultations. Okay. You could help them with their business. You know, it doesn't even have to be company related for you, unless there's something in your contract that says you cannot be a coach outside of your business. And if that's the case, I don't know, I wouldn't want to work. That's why I wouldn't want to work with a contract like that, is what I'm saying, because I don't like being limited. I like to be able to spread my wings and fly, but I haven't heard of any that are like that. But using content marketing will also help you appear in internet searches, so that you're not just completely reliant on the one company. You know, every millionaire is going to tell you it's numerous streams of income that get you wealthy and keep you wealthy. Or you could just add a service, you know, add a service or community, like we talked about, building that Facebook group. People are going to start to notice who you are when you start to build that authority and you show up in your spaces. They'll start to know who you are. The more consistent you are, you know, you're offering value, the right people will find you. And if you have a community that they can all meet up in, it's going to really be powerful, because again, it's kind of like tuning in to Oprah, to one of her shows. People are going to want to tune in and find out what you're doing. Like I said earlier, people buy you 9 times out of 10. So really remember that when you're creating your content, when you create your mission statement, whenever you know, figure out your niche outside of the company. These are all really important things to just keep in mind. Like I said, they just happen to want what you have based on your story and your emotion and your energy behind it. But let's say you're a musician. Let's give some quick examples. If you're a musician, this is just an example of how you can take your talent and turn it into several streams of income right quick. I can speak personally for this. You can perform online for tips. You can have like virtual concerts. I mean, it's not weird anymore. It's not like a thing that only introverts do, sit inside and play and talk to their computers. Like, everybody does it now. So you could perform online and have like virtual concerts. You can perform in person. I've done that several times. They pay really well. You can create tutorials on YouTube. You notice how you can literally, in any career or any passion, take all of these platforms and make money. Like, it's not just a one size, or it is a one size fits all, but it's not just like, it doesn't apply to one industry, because the internet is vast. But again, I could go create tutorials on how to play a guitar or something like that. I don't have to actually perform. I could teach something on YouTube, and I can make a passive income from that. Make music available. This is where I'm talking about digital products. For me as a musician, my digital product would be a song somebody can download and pay me for it so they can download it, right? Or merchandise, online merchandise, you know, that's another stream. You could teach virtual or in-person music lessons. Again, if you're a musician, create and sell a course. Okay. And I could take all of this knowledge, or like one piece of content, and then just turn it into several pieces so that it's easy, and so that I'm not like driving myself crazy so that I can come up with all this stuff for all these different avenues, all these little spaces in the world. Because I don't want you to get overwhelmed and think that you have to like be super active on every single platform. The idea is to just put it out there because people are looking for it. Okay, it's not supposed to be stressful, it's not supposed to be hard. You do need to put it out there, but it's not something like on Facebook where you have to like tend to your group, or on Instagram where you have to check your stories and like interact that way. It's supposed to just be put out there, and then you keep putting stuff out there and let it work for you. That's the concept. But as a musician, you can sell merchandise online, sell beats or samples, all these things that you can kind of get packaged up, do it once, and then continue to profit in the future. Royalties. You know, you have music out there, you can create, I mean, you can generate royalties for the rest of your life. I think that passes on to family as well. Sorry, y'all. Write an ebook. Again, that's free. You can do that as soon as you want to, completely free, as long as you have a device to type on. People are looking for those. You could sell a fan club membership. This is good with pretty much any industry as well. Makeup, people, you could have like a little community where you charge every month because there's tutorials and keeps people up to date on techniques, or places that are looking for makeup artists. I don't know, whatever the value is you want to pack into that little group, you can sell that every single month. So fan club membership is good for musicians, you know, like an online space community, or you can collaborate with other musicians and reach a completely different fan base. Photographers, I wanted to put this in here because I had fully planned on having a photographer here today. She's in here somewhere. So to give you some ideas, Megan, as a photographer, outside of booking clients or selling canvas prints, you know, booking clients would be your high ticket offer. Don't sell yourself short. Become the person that is known for a certain style of photography. Become the person, like the Gucci of photographers, because you can. It's really just a matter of telling people enough times until they're like, oh, yeah, that's Megan who charges, you know, I don't know, $2,000 per shoot. Like, there's no reason that you can't make the amount of money you want to. Because, like, let's stop and think about it. Like, who developed brands in the first place? Who was it that said, I'm going to put my name on here, and even though this product is out there in the world and somebody's already done it, mine's better because my name's on it? Who came up with that idea? Like, and what makes that person so special to be like, you know what? My shoes are $3,000. That's what they're worth, and theirs are only worth $29,000. Granted, they did make them better, I'm sure. I hope so for that price, but it's really just a matter of saying it's worth that because that's what you feel it's worth. So for photographers, booking clients would be high ticket, but you could also sell your digital prints online. Okay. Now, for a photographer that's never done that before, you're kind of like, what do you mean, Jacqueline? What do you mean? Think about stuff like wallpapers, like the wallpaper or the graphic that I had. You know, I pay for graphics all the time. You can sell your graphics all the time on places like Etsy. I mean, shoot, anywhere that does digital downloads, you could be selling stuff. Like, it's just like if you were to, in the physical world, have a beautiful painting or a beautiful photograph and you printed it out and then you just made multiple prints and copies. It's the same thing. So you could be making passive income that way. One cool thing you could do as a photographer, I touched base on this earlier, and I've seen someone that's made a killing, like brings in 6 figures a month based on this one course that she created one freaking time, and now it pays her over and over again. Granted, she runs hers through ads at this point, so it just works for her. But to give you an idea, you know, you can start out organically and then reinvest the money that you make into ads so that it does work for you and you don't have to touch it at all. But you could create a course for photographers, like on how to get completely booked up, you know, and not have to worry about chasing clients or anything or getting paid. You could price it at $99. You could price it at $799. It really is just up to you based on the knowledge you have, the value you provide, and what they're going to get from it. Okay. And again, when you charge higher prices, you get higher priced clients. It is true. And your life becomes easier. A podcast specifically for photographers, you know, and then you can include all your stuff and get paid that way passively. You could sell or license your photos for stock sites. I don't think photographers think about this one. You could freelance for magazines or publications. You could teach a class like I'm doing right now. There's no reason you can't do it. If you have a computer or a phone, you can download Zoom. You could be holding a class and you could be getting paid for it. You could sell your work in galleries. You could edit other people's photos. You see all of the examples, calendars, wall art, stickers, coffee mugs. The list goes on and on. There's just so many different things you could do. All right, it sounds good, Jacqueline, but it sounds like it's too much freaking work. I know. You're like, how am I going to take? Like, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do all this. It's not that hard. It's not. There is something called repurposing. Okay. Repurposing. Let me find it, y'all. It got mixed up in the slides. But all you have to do is you have to, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take a lot of work. It doesn't have to be any of these things. Really? The only secret is you repurpose your content. And what do I mean by this? Why would you repurpose your content? Well, good content is sometimes really hard to come by. You ever come up with this post and it's like so heartfelt and everybody responds to it and they're just like, you know, it's powerful. But you go to write another piece and you're like, this isn't nearly as good. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to go write something again. If I could just write something like that other post, and you just think that it's done, that it's just a once and done thing, it's not. Repurpose it. It saves time. It's smart. It allows you to appeal to different audience in different places. You're going to reach more people. Also, it helps you reinforce the knowledge that you already have. It's not hard. Really, all you need to do, get rid of this little thing, it won't go away, is take the idea and then kind of just figure out a way to put it into a different form. Okay. So like if you have a piece of written content, you can take that content and you can turn it into a video. You pretty much already have the script ready. You already wrote it all out. You can turn it into a reel, use the written content. It can be the comment or the caption, and you just have a video that's catchy with, you know, some words, and then everything else is in the bottom. You can take that same content, you can put it into a blog post, you can copy and paste it to your website, bam, done. It went live. Throw some affiliate links in there, get paid, right? Create a class or a workshop just like the one you're in now. I mean, I could take a post about how you monetize your passions. I could speak about it in a video for 5 minutes. I can make a reel and just use the content, paste it into the caption. Oh, and then I could just take the caption, I could put it in a blog post that would take 30 seconds. And then I could just put all of the same information, elaborate a little bit into a PowerPoint, and then bam. That's how easy it should be for you. You shouldn't have to work so hard to come up with a million pieces of content. Take the content you have and repurpose it, okay? If you come from a large family, you know all about repurposing because you know about hand-me-downs. All right, slides are mixed up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I want to close it out with this. because I don't think people realize this. Some of you are here and you were kind of resistant. You're like, I just can't. I don't know if I can afford it. You know, I don't have this. I don't have time, whatever the excuse was. And I want to remind you that 80% of millionaires started with nothing. So the fact that you're here, the fact that you are on electronics, the fact that you understand how to use Zoom, you're already at a huge advantage. The fact that you have little fingers that can type and search for how to do this, how to do that, everything is a search away, and you can monetize your passions and several streams of income, one stream of income, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. Because 80% of millionaires started with nothing. That means that only 20% actually inherited their wealth. Okay. So how powerful is that to know that, like, if they started with nothing and you already have all these resources, and in your workbook, there's an area where it says resources I have, and then the things I need. We're talking about resources. So like resources you have now, a computer or a phone, a smartphone. You have, you know, really strong writing skills or really strong video skills, but you need a good camera. But you have, you know, on the other side, you have a phone. So things that you have, and then things that you need. Take all the things you have and do the best you can with the resources you have. Because if people can start at nothing and become self-made millionaires, what in the hell is your excuse? The only excuse outside of, well, you're not making enough time and seeking out the knowledge to learn how to do it, is that you just haven't gotten that golden nugget of information that like makes the light bulb go off. But outside of that, there really is no excuse other than you're not making time for the things that are important to you. Because that's what I found throughout all of my free work, paid work, careers, cleaning toilets, is that people make time for what's important to them. We have got to get this slideshow figured out. So if you can figure out how to repurpose your content, it's going to be really easy. Because 1 in 4 Americans, this was in 2016, that is 25% of people. 25% of people making money online. That's how they provide for their families. And it's went up since then. This is 2016. Okay. 2016. So if they can do it, why can't Jennifer do it? Why can't Megan do it? Why can't Melissa do it? And I think it's just because you're not thinking outside the box yet, or you just don't know yet. So I'm really hoping that this workshop has opened your eyes a lot into all the ways that you're sitting on a gold mine. Everything that you've been through, everything up here can make you money. That's what's so bizarre about it. So if they can do it, then you can do it, right? You just haven't learned how to yet. So be consistent. When you do make money, don't be afraid to reinvest. Repurpose your content. That's extremely, extremely important with this. Show up at multiple price points. Even if you're not comfortable, I was going to say when you're comfortable, do it. But even when you're not comfortable, just start putting videos out there. Just start putting stuff out there. Because what if it sticks? What if that video gets hundreds and thousands of views? And just what if, right? But if you're not putting yourself out there, well, then nothing's going to happen, right? Show up at multiple price points and be in it for the long haul. When it comes to, if you're interested in making passive income, when it comes to passive income, and I'm talking about like a few years from now, you're on vacation with your kids or your significant other, or maybe yourself, girl. I don't know if you're single and ready to mingle or what, but you're sitting on the beach and you're hanging out and you're having a good time and you get a ding on your phone and you're like, oh shit. That makeup tutorial video I made years ago just paid me because so-and-so thought the tutorial was helpful and obviously wanted this makeup. And so anyway, however, you have those links up there they're working for you. They don't expire. And like I said, unless you're just not active with the company, but something you do today could be paying you years from now. So don't think about the instant gratification. If you want instant gratification, go into high ticket. But when it comes to building passive income at all price points, stuff that's going to pay you for years to come, that takes, you could dedicate 1 day a week, come up with 2 or 3 pieces of content. Like, that's easy. And then you could make it into 7 different pieces of content. So whatever that math is, 3 times 7, it's that time of the day. And it could be working for you forever. So I'm going to go in and read the chat in just a moment. We're about to start the Q&A, but if you found value in this, if it all still seems kind of like to you, or you gain so much value, but you're that person that needs some help, like you need somebody there with you to kind of do the hands-on thing, hold you accountable, or you're looking to scale, I can help you. Okay. So if you'd like to work one-on-one with me, just shout at me after. I do have some availability. I only work with about 2 clients a month. Okay. My friend Melissa can tell you I stay extremely busy because I do I donate my time, if I'm being completely honest. I donate a lot. I think the world needs more people that serve. And so with that being said, if you feel called, if you like my energy, if you feel called to work with someone who can get you to where you want to go, I can work with you. Money is, again, my friends will tell you, I'm not all about the money. I'm about serving. I'm about making an impact. And so I do have payment plans available. That's what's so powerful about the internet. Like we can literally, like we can just schedule everything and make it doable for everybody with all the tools we have. It's so beautiful. But we will work 12 consistent weeks together. That is where you get the most impact because you have to stick in it, right? These are all the things that we will do. You can come back and rewatch the replay. For those who registered early, I do have 5 women in here that get free strategy calls or social media reviews. Really excited about that. But if you would like a strategy call, a free strategy call with me, and you're watching this or the replay, then you just need to get with me after. And what's going to happen is if we choose, if you find me valuable and you want to work together, then we can do just that. And we'll talk about how to get you there. So with that being said, I'm really excited about, what you've learned. Yes, you can do this. Everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. It is so simple. It is as simple as Melissa in that damn kitchen cooking some vegan spaghetti or whatever she's cooking, posted a video of her cooking it real cute, like doing a little video, and then in the comments, having the recipe and referring people, because I know you shop on Amazon, lady. She was going to send me a recipe the other day of her vegan spaghetti recipe. And if she's registered as an affiliate with Amazon, and she's like, because that's where she gets all of her vegan food, her little goodies for the most part. I do know this about her. And she's like, girl, I got these veggie noodles. I got my vegan meat chop. And she sent it to me, and she had links next to it. Mama's getting paid for telling me about her damn grocery list. Okay. It's that simple. With life insurance, it's still just as simple. Robin could have a blog. She could have a blog where she goes and she informs people on assets. Okay. Put her little link in there, put her contact information in there. There's somebody in there, a young mom looking into, where do you start with life insurance? I'm about to be a young mom. Where do you start with life insurance? She could stumble across Robin's blog and see her face there. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I like Robin's face. She looks like somebody that I'd like to get information from. She's whatever. I don't know what you guys see about me, but like, it's always, you never know what's going to catch somebody's attention. And if they feel like they can trust you I'm sorry, baby, I'm running out of things to do. Oh, got 2 titties. And those are my 2 ideas. But it's that simple. Putting yourself out there. It's kind of like putting a billboard out there, okay? I know Facebook and Instagram are huge. It's beautiful, but it's not the only way. You can put your content out there. Follow people like Gary Vaynerchuk. Follow somebody you really look up to that's doing everything you want to do, and then go check them out. Go find out what it is they're doing. And they're going to tell you that it's passive income because of multiple streams, okay? I'm going to open it all in. Let's see. Whose issue? What is someone's issue they're working on? Maybe who wrote that? I can't see. But someone had an issue. Oh, Robin. What is the issue you're working on, Robin? Let's open this up and let's chat.
Okay, you want me to unmute myself?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
made that comment because I was saying that I agreed with you when you were describing how people get stuck and they just don't feel confident, or they just don't know where to start and that kind of thing. Like, that's totally my issue. I just freeze and don't continue.
How early in the stage? Can you give me an example?
No, it can happen anywhere in there. It doesn't matter, like, if I get started and like I just talk myself out of it or freak myself out and just stop.
Give me one example, Robin. Just the one. Are we talking about like creating content, putting yourself out there? Are we talking about like approaching someone to become a client, or like?
I have a really hard time with content because I don't feel confident with what I come up with on my own because I'm always thinking it sounds too salesy or I don't know, not genuine, even though I feel genuine in everything I do because I believe in what I do.
Okay.
But, just that voice that like talks me out of it.
It's your ego. You have to do some ego work for sure. That's your brain trying to protect you. That's all it is. And that's a simple fix. So when that happens, you just need to like remind yourself that you're in control. Your ego is there to protect you. If you really think about it, think about like the beginning of time. Let's think about our ancestors, okay? Back when they're literally like having to shelter themselves in caves and build their houses and fighting off animals. Like, our brains are wired to protect us. So if you know that your brain's just trying to protect you, you can easily talk to yourself, because if you talk yourself out of it, you can eventually talk yourself into it. Just remind yourself, like, oh my God, this baby just ripped my earring out. Like, what in the world? Shiny things. You can talk yourself into it as well. With content, what I find works really well is journaling. So when you have a moment of clarity, either journaling or, as I've suggested to some students and people I work with, for me, I'm really good with voicing things. So it depends on how you learn. So when it comes to producing content, if you're better at talking, like Melissa is really good at talking, she could sit there and talk to you for hours about like one little thing, because that's how she expresses herself. But she may not be good at writing content. So find what works for you. So what works for you, writing, or are you good in front of a camera, or what?
I am not good at the writing thing. Journaling has always been an issue for me because I don't like writing stuff down. Okay. That is a mental block for me. Like,
you'll get there.
Started as a child.
What do you enjoy now?
What was that?
Are you a talker?
Yes. Like, okay. Especially usually in like a small group of people, not in like a large group of people. Like, I tend to be quieter, but yeah, I'm usually more vocal than writing stuff down.
Okay. So when you have an idea and you're like, oh God, that'd make a good post, what's the first thing you do? Do you force it and you try to sit down? You're like, I got to write it out.
Yes, I talk myself out of it.
Shame on you. First thing you should do is grab your phone you have a recorder on there, get everything out that's in your mind, like right then. Like, I don't know, if a tuna sandwich comes to mind, voice it. Get it out. Just get it out in the recording. Don't even think about it. You'll come up with some magical shit. For me, it's like I have my moments of clarity, like in the shower. It's the weirdest thing. So I keep my phone recorder nearby, and like I keep a towel hanging right there so I can dry my hands off real quick. And I have it sitting outside the shower because I have a stand shower, like a stand up one, and I'll grab my phone real quick and I'll push record, and I'll just, because if I don't get it out right then, one, you tell yourself you're going to remember it. You don't remember it. Okay. And then you're like, oh my God, I just had like, that could have been the piece. That could have been the piece that did it for me. That could have attracted my dream client, and you don't have it. So if you're a talker, utilize that. Take your voice recorder, or if you're good on camera, if you like to see yourself, if you're practicing like your hand, like if you're trying to get better at not talking with your hands or whatever, just do it. Like, do what works for you. And then what's going to happen is you have it all out. Odds are you have it out the way that you would write it, that you don't know that, because how you talk is how, sorry, like my husband's texting me from the other room. But how you speak is really how you should write it. And sometimes we overcomplicate it. So if you have a writer's block, just record it and then go back and write it later. And you can fine tune it later, but don't overthink it. You're just overthinking it. That's your ego. You know, you're protecting yourself is all. So I was curious about that. Self-sabotaging. Oh, these are fun. So you notice I laughed because I love you, Melissa, but I gotta say it again. Because we get on to each other all the time. Like, I'll get down on myself and I'll like voice memo her. And I'll be like, oh God, like I'll say something and she's like, what? And she'll tell me like it is, like, no, like you're just having a moment. Or she'll do something, and then by the end, like she'll say something in the beginning, and by the end of it, she's talked herself out of all of it. And I'm like, what in the hell just happened? It's your brain protecting you. You self-sabotage. But like, why? When you can figure out why you do that, outside of just your brain is protecting itself, there's probably some deeper issues there that you haven't gotten to yet. Which I love that kind of work. Mindset work and conditioning, deconditioning is like my favorite. A little backstory about me is like, I'm the awkward girl who, like, I was in school with the same people pretty much. Like, I mean, I didn't move around schools a lot, so there is that. But the longest I was ever out of school was like 6-7 years tops. And it was back and forth. I still went in and out of that school, but I thought people knew who I was at that point. And I'll never forget a teacher on multiple occasions called roll, and they called my name, and more than one student was like, who's that? She doesn't go, like, who? We don't know who she is. And I'm just like, are you shitting me? Like, I've been in your class for 3 years, whatever. But I taught myself to go from introvert to like, I can pretty much speak in front of anyone now. And I realized that it had a lot to do with the way I was brought up. I didn't have love poured into me. I didn't have people speak positive affirmations over me. I was left alone a lot of my life, and I didn't know what it was like to love myself. And whenever I started tapping into my blocks, it made it a lot easier. But you're going to have to force yourself to realize like that you're screwing yourself over. You're screwing yourself over. You could have amazing connections with so many people in your life. And you could really feel more fulfilled when you put your head down at night, that when you realize you're the one holding you back, it gets fun. It really does. It gets fun. You should see it as a challenge. You should see every single thing that you're afraid to do as a challenge, and you should want to just overcome it. And it just takes work. That's all it is. So, it hit you hard. Oh, this is going a whole different route. But let's talk. Does anybody else have anything they want to ask? Claudia, I think, had some questions. earlier. She was going to pre-submit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. So, yes, I love this entire series. Thank you.
Yay!
Yes. I was going to ask because, I want to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people have told me I have a business mindset. And,
Good.
a lot of people want to start a business and then want to make the money, but then we forget one simple yet important thing when running a business: taxes. Like
Taxes.
like, because of course, if you're self-employed, you get taxed differently. Or if
You
you
do.
freelance, you get taxed differently. So, do you have any advice on that, or how do you go about that?
Yeah. Okay. So you want to start with, first off, my biggest advice to you is I'm not an accountant, by the way, so obviously look into it. State laws are all different. When you see money, you tend to want to spend it. It's there, it burns a hole in your pocket. Don't do that. That's my first tip. Like the money I've made from this class, I'm not touching it. I won't touch it until I talk, because I have to get my taxes in line too. But the first thing that you want to do is you need to understand that you are now on your own. You are responsible for your taxes. So you need to, let's say that you do make, you make an amount and you need to pay some bills. Just go ahead and set aside from whatever that amount is, 20 to 30% to keep yourself safe. I would say on the higher spectrum, until you can talk to somebody and they can tell you exactly what to do. Okay. Because honestly, it goes so many ways. Depending on the business that you have, the kind of business you have, the taxes are different. Depending on how much money you make, the taxes are different. It depends on the bracket that you're in. So you're going to have to get in the mindset of you have the money, but you don't have all the money, because you're going to owe that. There are different ways that you can pay your taxes. They do, you can do it like in one lump sum. I think they do maybe quarterly, something like that. But come time for you to go and put all that information in, the IRS is going to expect a check. If it's not right then, it's going to be throughout the year. And what people do, what gets them in trouble, is they see all this money, they have all this money, they're like, oh my God, and they spend it, and then they forget they have to pay at the end of the year or the new year. And if you keep doing that, you will get caught. But you're going to start out, you'll probably start out, I would say, like I know with independent contracting, it's independent contracting. You're responsible for everything, really, and you'll take out a certain percentage of that. But I would suggest doing some research based on the state of Mississippi, because that's where you are, right? You're in Mississippi here. I didn't know if you were, or if you plan on moving or anything anytime soon, but research for the state of Mississippi, the tax laws, find out somebody to talk to. You're gonna need somebody to talk to. But if you're making money and you want to be able to spend some of it and still be okay with taxes, I would say start out and save 30% of it. Just put it away, tuck it away immediately. Don't even let it entertain the idea of being spent on something. But Melissa, you have something to say?
Yes, sweetheart. That what you're talking about, I found an app on my iPhone where it gives you the opportunity of putting in the state that you are in, the amount that you're making, if it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however you're getting paid. And then it tells you the amount that you take away for Medicare or whatever, all those taxes, your state, your federal, and you do that. Because when I was Ubering, that's what I was doing. I was looking for something. The banks couldn't provide me with what I wanted. Nobody could give me what I wanted. I went on and did my own research and came up with that app. I still have it on my phone, but I would have to find it in order to tell you what it is. But that little app is amazing. And then I went on and gave it to a couple of other people, and they're loving that app because they get to take that money and put it in a different account and know that is the money they're paying for their taxes, all that stuff that they need to pay for. And then whatever is left over, that's the money that they can reinvest in their business or whatever, like you said, pay bills and do stuff like that.
Yeah. So when you figure out which app that is, would you drop it in the Monetize Your Passion group? That way we can see it.
Okay, that's fine.
That would be beautiful. And then, oh man, I was going to say something. Yeah, taxes they're gonna vary based on state, based on the bracket. Like coaching industry is completely different than like food industry. You know, if you're driving a car for your work, it's going to be completely different than working in it, like in your home office. And then take into account tax wise. Get in the habit of saving all of your receipts, all of them. When you go to eat out, Claudia takes herself out for a margarita and some fajitas. Keep that receipt. As far as you're concerned, you're on a business meeting, okay? Keep your gas receipts. There are apps for that too. You can like keep it all in one spot, but it's really good too if you're ever audited to have all your receipts, your paper receipts, nothing hidden. They have everything they need to look at. So things that are tax deductible. If you know, really pretty much anything that has to do with you is tax deductible. Your internet that you use, you're using it for business. Gas in your car to go see clients, you're using it for your business. Lunch meetings, business expense. I don't know if they do it anymore, but it used to be like, you know, a certain area of your house, if it was considered an office, that was tax deductible. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. But there are just so many things. If you buy like Zoom, I pay every single month so that I can meet with clients and I can record to the cloud and have all these features. It's like $16 a month. I get emails for that. I have my receipts for that. That's a tax deductible expense because it helps me run my business. It's pretty much anything that has to do with you working. You want to start holding on to those receipts, because it's gonna be huge whenever it comes to paying taxes back. It'll give you a significant tax break. But again, if you did a quick Google search, there's somebody around you could talk to, and they can tell you you're gonna need like a business account set up, a checking account, versus your personal one. And I do know that you would pay yourself from your business account. So that's about all I know about that. But I think, did that give you a good head start, like a good bit of information on where to start, what to search for?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. So what kind of business are you thinking of starting? Did we
Well,
talk about that? You said you have ideas.
yeah, my ideas, but yes, like while you were talking, you know, I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm passionate about. And I guess it's also to, you know, market myself here a little bit. I'm a student, so I know how students operate. I love writing and I'm good at it, like writing essays or editing essays or just really tutoring people on writing papers. I've actually been paid like sparingly. People be wanting me to edit papers for them or look at papers for them. And they would ask me, how much would you want for that? And I wouldn't be expecting it, but then again, like you said, like if you're good at something and people outsource you or you outsource yourself for it, you should get paid for it. So yeah, so that's kind of a business that I'm thinking, like just tailoring it to students, because I know a lot of the times students don't like writing essays at all or like editing essays at all. But I'm one of the few who does. So, yeah.
So maybe the editing, you probably get in trouble for the writing the essays for them, I would think.
Yeah,
but
like you don't do that, but like editing,
helping them, because it's confusing. It like, I am a creative writer. Like I've won multiple awards for my writing. But you put me in front of a computer and say, hey, read this book and do a book report, I'm screwed. Like,
yeah, like I'm good at that. Like I'm very a detail oriented person.
Yeah.
Like organizational person. So
structured. So you
like
can help. Okay, you can help with framework and grammar
like
and
make it sound more professional.
Yeah. Well, good. So an editing business, pretty much. You can do that. Did anybody else have any ideas pop into their heads over when we were going over stuff, like something that just popped in? You're like, oh my God, yeah, I could do that. Nobody.
So I have a few content ideas, but I just need to like get over myself and make videos.
Yep.
So that's the hardest part for me. And I'm not a talker like y'all. I like to plan things out and write.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to like script everything out before I video anything, and I want everything to be perfect. And I know I should just go ahead and get over myself and post it.
Here, so I have an idea for you. It just came to me. Okay, so you're good at writing. You're like, I don't know how to act on video. Have you tried Reels yet?
No, not yet.
That's the perfect introduction. You can have fun with it. You don't have to talk. You can download audio that's already done for you, like something funny. Like one of my most recent ones was, if you go onto my Instagram, it was me looking kind of crazy, like stressed out. The kids are getting on my nerves that day, if I'm being honest. And I grabbed a Corona and I was popping it open and I went to shove a lime in it. And all it is background noise of people screaming and freaking out. And then there's a caption. I never said one word. There's a caption right in front of your face that says something like, my nervous system when people say you can't do what you love and make money. And then the actual content was the caption.
Okay.
So try that.
I'll definitely check that out. Thank
For
you.
anybody with business going right now, or you're trying to like get yourself known on Instagram or social media, Reels is where it's at. They're actually starting, Instagram as a business is starting to pay people for doing Reels. So if you're putting yourself out there and you're getting engagement and you're popping up and you're going viral, which is not hard to go viral. It takes one video. And then once you do that one video and you notice it's viral for you, not just viral, but like you started an Instagram, like viral for me, my first one was a little over 3,000 views because I was like, oh shit, I've never done this, you know? And then if I were to continue to put content out, they're going to push it like really hard because they're competing with TikTok right now. They're no longer a photo sharing app. They are now video and content. They want to push out content and education. So if you're not good with video, have fun with it. Use somebody, you can literally go look for ideas. You can find an audio, save it, and then you can literally see all the other people who use that audio, get an idea. It's repurposing.
Okay.
And all that writing you do, put it in the caption and let that be your introduction. I think it'll build your confidence a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else anybody's having trouble with? Anything that you'd like to add? Any ideas you have and you're like, yeah, I don't really know where to start. How can I take this idea and like start it with one thing and then I'm full of ideas. And what happens is you're so used to being in your head and you have emotions tied into something and you overthink it. But I can look at you and take the situation and I'm not emotionally attached to it. So that kind of hot seat coaching is usually pretty effective. So if you have something that you're struggling with right now, now's the time to get a new fresh set of eyes and get a good perspective.
I'm going to say something, Jack.
Yes, ma'am.
This is to everybody. She's been helping me with my new website, the Spiritual Journey Society. She helped me brand it. We got the color schemes. You know, we're still not fully there, but it's up and it's going. And, you know, she's teaching me a lot of stuff that literally, you can say sometimes I'm like kind of lazy or I get frustrated and I'm like, Jacqueline, I can't do this. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. What do I do? And then she just says the right thing, kicks me on my butt, and then she gets me back on the horse again. And then I'm trying and I'm doing whatever I can do, because one of the things I do is I read cards, and I'm very good at what I do. Been doing them over 10 years. And that's what got this whole thing started. You know, I thought Bella Vita was going to be the niche for me, but my niche is more on the line of spiritual healing and things like that. And she's the one who realized it, and she called me. And the more she kept telling me, I kept fighting it. But at the end, I said, you know what? It makes so much sense because too many people are telling me this. And I'm just like going crazy because I want this instead of that. But yet I know that is what I need because that is going to take me to this. So guys, let me tell you, if you need help with anything, this woman, you know, I'm going to tell you, she's my best friend. She's my soulmate as my best friend. Is like, I could be texting her and she's already voicemailing me exactly what I'm texting her. That's the kind of connection we have, you know, and I could just call her. She goes, okay, what's the issue you did now or whatever. But, you know, she's there and she knows what she's doing. And, you know, like I said, we just got the group going out this week. And if any of you are interested in joining, please just go to the site, Spiritual Journey Society, and we'll get you in there. That's not a problem, you know, but I'm telling you guys, she is amazing. She opened my eyes up to a world that I've been in for, like I said, over 10 years, but never really like fully got involved because I was afraid to be on camera reading cards. And when I did it, it was like fun. So, you know, you have to build up that rapport. I can go and do a live, like she said, and I can talk. 2 years ago, it started with another company where we had to do lives. That's how I got started. And ever since then, I have not looked back. You know, I love being in front, talking and helping others, you know, but my help is going to be through this group. So if any of you guys are interested and want to join, like I said, you're more than welcome to. But whatever this woman gives you, go with it because she's on fire. She has goals and dreams, and they're already coming to fruition, especially with this, what she did now. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I love, even though I was all over the place with my grandson, I'm listening and I'm turning the camera and I'm moving I guess you guys saw my whole entire apartment, and I was cooking because my daughter's, they're about to land any minute now. So I'll get that recipe out. I haven't forgotten. It's just so too busy with the Greg.
I was super intrigued that that it was all vegan. You know, I don't do vegan, but it's always intrigued me. And for anybody who does want to jump in her group, it's not a website, it's Facebook groups. See, she's learning. But if you just look up Spiritual Journey Society on Facebook, she'll get you added in there. The goal is to, honestly, so many people are on a spiritual journey. That's just life. So hop in there. It would be good. And that's something else I help with one-on-one if you want to build like an environment. You know, the idea is to just be like Oprah. Okay. If I could sum it up, be like Oprah. Be that person that like just is just a powerhouse and that pumps out content and that just shows up for her people. Like maybe you don't know who your people are yet. That's okay. But just show up anyway. Show up anyway and take your ideas and just put them out there. They don't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of it. And honestly, right now is the ultimate time to be imperfect because people are so tired of the Photoshop and of people renting Lamborghinis for their videos and saying, hey, I made 6 figures, what up? Like nobody wants that anymore. People want to see real people. People want to see a mom with dorky glasses with her baby acting like a monkey. They want to hear that, like they want to see that it's doable and that you are relatable and that they can come to you and that you're not going to judge them because they're not on your level yet or whatever. So I help with all that. But all of you have it in you. Like I've gotten to know Skylar. It's really, really beautiful how the universe or, you know, God, they're not, I've gotten yelled at for this. You, however you, if it's interchangeable for you, God, universe, whatever speaks to you is what I'm getting at, because I don't ever want to offend anybody when it comes to that. But it's really beautiful how God and I still say the universe. So I love it. But how we all were brought together, like every single one of you I met through the internet. And that's because I'm passionate about making connections on the internet, because the little girl in me, the little introvert girl that nobody knew in class wanted to be seen. And I found comfort in the internet and finding friendships that way. And so whatever it is you're passionate about, it's like, it's there for a reason. Okay. And you just have to learn how to package it up. That was the hardest thing for me, is learn how to package it up. And now you have a million ideas. Now you have this replay to go back and watch. If you want the damn slideshow, I'll put it in order. I thought it was all in order, but I'll send you the slideshow. You can have the slideshow. You can have all my notes. I don't care if it helps you, but sometimes it just takes getting the ideas. And now you have the ideas. Now you know that you have the resources. Now you know that you can literally get paid in a million different ways based off one idea. So now you don't have excuses. Now you don't have excuses. Now you can do it. And what's really cool is all the people with self-confidence issues out there, and the people that don't want to, they're too scared of being seen. The people that can't go out there and speak to, 1,000 people because you get nervous. We have the internet. You can hide behind the computer. You can hide behind the phone. Like, why do you care what the other person on the other side is like? Why do you care if they see you? Like, you're not standing in there in front of them. They're not like sitting there laughing at you and heckling you. And if they do, what's even more beautiful about that is you can go delete their comments, block their asses, and move along your day. So you really don't have anything to be nervous about. It's just, you have to get it out of your head. That's all. That is literally it. So any other questions, any other, just anything before we hop off? No? Okay, that's awesome. I've really enjoyed all of you. For those who have the strategy call or the social media review, please get with me if we haven't scheduled yet. I wanted to do it after the fact. And if you're interested in learning more about, how I can help you, we can have like a quick strategy call. If you're interested in working one-on-one, this is not just for you ladies, but anybody watching the replay. And wherever else this winds up, it'll wind up on other platforms, I'm sure, because I plan to monetize my passion, right? But if anybody watching this would like a strategy call, you're like, what can she offer me before I pay her? I would gladly hop on a call with you, and I can rebuild your business in 30 minutes or less. So, but I just want to close with that. And I believe in all of you. If you want to, in the group, I would really, really love it if you will post a review on this class, just a quick review, something heartfelt. If you loved it, let everybody know. I'll use those to, advertise what everybody learned. And it helps as well because I tag you guys in it, and my followers can find you if they need your services. So I use it in that aspect as well. So if you want to leave a review in the group, but that group, the Monetize Your Passion, will be open for a lifetime. If for any reason I ever have to close it, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know where I moved everything so that you can still have it, videos, resources, stuff like that. But that's going to be a mini mastermind. So you guys are the first ones in. I'm going to add to it. It will probably get to hundreds, if not thousands of people, because I'm going to drive traffic to it. So you guys could kind of like, if you want to look at it this way, kind of be like in a founder position and create some authority in that group, because each of you do something different, and get it to the point where you're advertising yourself in there. That's what I want it to get to, so we can all connect, mastermind, and help one another. So that'll be where you can find all of the resources. There's going to be, I'm going to pop a PDF in there. So for resources like, podcast affiliates, if you wanted to start your own podcast, you'll know where to go, where you can go ahead and just cut to the chase. This is a good host so that you can create your podcast and distribute it across all of the feeds That'll be there. All the resources will be in a PDF. But as another thing that I told you guys I would provide you is going to be, if you're interested in the free, the cheat sheet to starting your coaching business. You can really start a coaching business in 24 hours or less. You only need 3 different things. I'm going to pop that in there as well. So anything that wasn't included in this class that was on that list whenever you checked out will be in that group. Okay. Sound good? All I need is a yeah or yeah. Or whatever. I don't know. But I love y'all and I appreciate you. Feel free to write me after if you have any direct questions that you weren't completely comfortable with putting in here. Okay. But outside of that, if I can figure out how to turn this thing off, there we go. Just goes to show you don't have to have it all together to make some money. Okay. You just don't. Start like today or tomorrow, but no later than that. So we love y'all. We appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for all of you being here. But don't forget to post that review for me. Okay. Bye, y'all.